Hey everyone, so last time I uploaded this video where we built complete AI driven data analytics project using the Power BI, and every one of you enjoyed it a lot and you learned a lot of things from this video, and we thought to continue similar kind of series in the near future so that you can learn so many things about the data analytics. And with that initiative, this is the new video where you will be implementing a advanced TABLEAU project in just 2 hours, and in this project you will be building Amazon sales dashboard. Creating such type of sales related dashboard is a very common use case in the data analytics, so you will be learning everything end to end. So watch this video till the very end. You will be learning a lot of things, plus you can mention this project in your resume as well. I have put all the necessary resources to build this project in the video description, so you can check that out and like this video in the big numbers. Plus let me know in the comment section what kind of project related video you want from my side in the next video. We will create that project end to end and we will upload it here. And a very important announcement for all my aspiring data analysts. So first thing, whatever you are going to learn in this end to end project, that is just a 2 or 5% of entire data analytics plus 2-5% of the entire TABLEAU itself. And considering that we are bringing a very first of its own kind bootcamp, which is completely project only bootcamp, and that is specifically for the data analysts who are going to use TABLEAU in their tech stack on day-to-day basis. And we at Grow Data Skills have launched the TABLEAU projects for the data analyst bootcamp, and the live classes will be starting from 24th of August. And the most important part, we are also including the entire certification, TABLEAU desktop specialist and TABLEAU certified data analyst. The preparation for these two certification is also included in this bootcamp. So the best part is this is a project only bootcamp where you will learn complete implementation of 5 industry level, advanced level projects, end-to-end implementation, deployment, business KPIs, different business case study in individual project. Everything you will be learning, and after completing this one, your portfolio will become super solid. All these projects you will be mentioning in your resume and your chances of cracking interviews will be super high. And this bootcamp is also for very least number of seats, because live classes will be there with live doubt support after each live class, plus the offline doubt support on the Discord. So link has been given in the description, or you can visit www.growdataskills.com to enroll in this bootcamp super quickly, because seats are filling super fast. And for all my aspiring data professionals, since we will be celebrating the Independence Day and hence the independent sales is also live, you can use coupon code AZADI and you will be getting super massive discount on all our bootcamps on Grow Data Skills platform. This bootcamp will consist industry level projects for different kind of data domain plus different business and KPIs like Flipkart sales analysis, Walmart e-commerce, Airbnb, Zomato food delivery related analysis, supply chain for the DHL, and as I said, the mock exam plus the practice sets for the certifications of TABLEAU desktop specialist plus the TABLEAU certified data analyst. So what are you waiting for? Hurry up, because you can see on your screen that how all the aspiring data professionals who have enrolled in our programs are cracking their dream jobs with a super massive salary packages, and you can be one of them. So hurry up and enroll right now. All the details shared in the video description.
So I'll start the session for today. First of all, thanks everyone for joining. By the title of workshop, you would have understood that we are going to pick a sales data of Amazon. They will be having we will explore what kind of data is also there. We will first create a business problem statement as well. From there, we will create wireframes of the business problem, because when we work in real life, it's never that customer will come or the stakeholder will come and he will say, can you please create a pie chart for me, or can you please create a bar chart for me? They just give you English statement, problem statement that, hey Sahil, I want to analyze my sales channel, or I want to analyze my profit margins. Can you please create a dashboard for me? So these are the generic statements which companies or the stakeholders gives to you as a data analyst, or as a, no matter which profile you're working upon. These are the business statements, or maybe these statements could be provided by the business analyst to you as well. Depending on these business statements, you have to create first wireframes. Wireframes are nothing but mock-ups of your dashboard. You just decide that how the entire dashboarding process is going to look like. Okay. So based on that wireframe, we go to companies and tell them, does this look good or not? If they approve, then we start creating a dashboard and then we deploy it somewhere on the internet, host it on the public cloud or the private cloud, depending on the company. And then users can consume your dashboard. Okay, that's like generic how a end-to-end process looks like for the dashboarding in any company. Okay, so let me go to 𝗝cie𝗶𝗶. So first I'll explain the business problem statement. So let me go here. Okay, so I will zoom it a bit. Let me write the title, Amazon sales data analysis dashboard. I'll make it black and let me minimize a bit. Perfect. So first I'll start entering the business problem statements that user wants us to explore or user wants to analyze. Okay. As of now, we just know that there will be some Amazon data and user stakeholder wants us to create a dashboard on top of it. Okay. Now it's our question that first we will ask our stakeholder what kind of data is there. So we will ask them for the data by asking them like where the data is, in which database the data is, in which CSV file the data is present, what are the KPIs you want to analyze. This word KPI is very essential because KPI is nothing but key performance indicators, right? So for example, if I'm talking about sales dashboard here, if you see this, it's a sales dashboard, right? I want to analyze my sales. So sales is my KPI here. Okay. If I'm working creating inventory dashboard, there are the number of units which I'm holding, the warehousing stocks, the on hold quantity, those will be our KPIs, right? Depending on which domain you're working upon, we have different KPIs. So first thing in creating any dashboard is to decide what are going to be your KPIs. These KPIs are generally pre-decided by the stakeholders, or if you have any business analyst in your company, they will be deciding the KPIs. Okay. First thing will be deciding the KPIs, which like, let's say you want to visualize because dashboard is nothing but you create pie charts, you create text tables, you create line charts based on top of your KPIs only. Okay. So let's say in our requirement, we have received certain KPIs that client want to analyze. Okay. So first could be profit. Give me a sec. Second could be, let's say user wants to analyze the revenue as well. And if let's say he want to analyze the shipping days. So shipping days, in case you do not know about shipping days. So if I, let's say go to Amazon, if I order something, let's say I'm ordering something today, it will take some days to arrive to me, right? So this order delivery dates or the shipping days is also a key metric for the companies to analyze. Okay. Let's say for now, they want to analyze this as well. And for example, they want to analyze how many units are sold as well. Okay. Give me a sec. Yeah. So these are, let's say for now, which we want to analyze the dashboard upon. Okay. These are our base KPIs and we will create different cuts on top of it. We will create profit by, let's say, countries, profit by regions, profit by sales channels, everything will be created on top of these 4 KPIs only. Okay. Uh, in case you want to see the data, in case you want to explore with me as well, what I can do is I can drop the link of the data set as well. So let me do one thing. This is the GitHub repository which we have created. It contains all the data files which you will need and even the other static images, the logos which you will need for this entire project, end-to-end project. So what I can do is I can drop the link in the chat. So maybe I will do this. Give me 1 second. I will pick this from here. I will drop it in the chat. Okay. So it contains the link of this entire dataset as well. You can click on that link. It's a GitHub repository. You can download the dataset and play with me. Okay. It has some other links as well. So I'll be coming to those as well in the later part of the class. Okay. So let me go back to the drawing board. Yeah. So these are the 4 KPIs that user wants to analyze. So it's our duty that whatever the data which we will receive from the stakeholders, that should have these KPIs. If they don't have these KPIs, we will need to create these KPIs. Okay. So on top of it, let's say the business statement is, so I will write it like this: business use cases. So there are certain, let's say, problem statements which the users or the clients will give us. Let's say the first statement is analyze the profits by region. Okay. So I'll keep on analyzing different questions which user wants the answer for. Based on these simple English statement, we will decide what kind of charts we should make and how they should align on the dashboard. The dataset link is already dropped in the chat. What you can do is you can copy that link. Okay. Because anyway, even after the workshop is over, you will need the dataset. So copy the entire link and copy the entire text and save it somewhere. Okay. So that you have some reference and some backup and you can recreate the same thing which we do here. Okay. So let's say first they want to analyze the profits by region. So this could be used. So generally how a company works is if it's a multinational company, there will be some regional heads. They want to analyze everything based upon their regions. And there will be country heads as well. Country heads want to analyze their countries. For example, let's say if, let's say in my entire world, Asia is not performing very well. Okay. I'm doing, let's say Amazon is doing sales, but Asia content is not performing well. So they will get to know that information from this use case that, okay, Asia is not performing well. What should they do after they analyze that, okay, Asia is not doing well? Then they need to drill down, right? Like, but in Asia, is it just India which is not performing well? Is it some other Thailand, Malaysia, that countries which are not performing well? Okay. So let's say the other statement was they want to analyze the same things by countries as well. Okay. Let me remove this. Give me a sec. Okay. So these are the two statements as of now, which we have received from the users. Now, let's say, again, there could be different use cases. If I show you the data set which we have, what I can do is I can quickly open the data set. So again, if you don't know how to download the data set, this will be the link which I have provided you. Simply click on that link and there will be one download button on the right side. It's a GitHub, by the way. So click on this button and that file will be downloaded. Okay. Click here. Yes. So this is the data set which we have. For example, I will show you what each column is, what are the values present in here, and it's a typical sales data set. Okay. The data sets depends when you work in real life, the data sets will depend on the use case or the domain which you're working upon. Okay. Here we are analyzing the sales data. So that's why you have this columns called unit sold, sales, cost, revenue. When you will work on some other domain, let's say you're working on some hospitality domain, the entire data set will change. Okay, but it's also one of a thing which separates a freshers from a mid experience or an experienced person, that they can already judge what will be the KPIs if I just give them a problem statement. Okay, let's say if I'm talking to some veteran in, let's say, data analyst, like he has a bit of experience. If I don't explain him anything, if I will just tell him that, okay, guy, like, hi, can you tell me what KPI should be there if I'm creating a supply chain dashboard? He will be able to tell the exact KPIs. Okay, that's what the thing which separates a newbie or a fresher from an experienced person. It's very important skill to analyze the data and to have some business level understanding and the domain level understanding as well. Okay, so it's always essential to have some domain level knowledge to work on different domains. Okay, but I see a lot of freshers do a mistake in the LinkedIn is they create, let's say, 10 dashboards, but all those 10 dashboard will be on sales data only, or maybe some superstore sales data set only, which everyone is doing. Okay, it's a kind of a big no-no for a resume. Like if you are reaching out to some recruiter, if you're showing them a portfolio or a resume, your diversity should be there in the projects, because that's how things work. Like if I'm trying to apply for the jobs, I might apply for, let's say, Zomato. I might apply for, let's say, some other company who is working on, let's say, supply chain, or maybe some banking and finance, right? So always try to create dashboards in different domains. In case you want to see what kind of domains are there, the link which I have dropped in the chat. So like we are coming up with a bootcamp as well, and you can click on the link and you can see what are different domains, business cases available. You can explore that. When we are done with the project, when we will be midway in the project, I will be explaining some kind of curriculum as well. Okay, so that was something about data sets and different domains and how they are important. Here, if you see, we have country, we have item types. Item types are nothing but you can consider them as categories, because if I'm working for Amazon, if you go to website as well. So if I go to amazon.com, Yeah. So if you see here, they have different categories, right? They have TV, fashion, men's fashion, women's fashion. Let's say these are nothing but item categories as of now in our data set. Okay, so this is my column B. Then let's say they have some data set of order date and order ID. So whenever an order is done, there is a separate unique identifier for that order. That's how companies identify like how many orders have been done. So if let's say I have this data set, I want to know that how did Amazon performed the entire year. What I need to do, I just need to simply count the order IDs. Okay. That's the important of primary keys. So these are nothing but primary keys. Primary key is nothing but a unique identifier for each row. Whenever you get a data set, your first job as a data analyst should be to identify what is your primary key. Okay, because primary key is nothing but which it tells you what is each row representing here. If I'm telling you that, okay, the primary key here is order ID, so that signifies that each row is one order. Okay, that's the purpose and the use case of primary keys. Then let's say we have order priorities as well. Order priorities could be, let's say the order priority is low, medium, high, or critical, for example. Here we can see we have H for high, C for critical, L for low, for example, and M for medium as well. We haven't received, let's say, very clean data here, for example. There are not the entire text written. So when we will create the dashboard, we will kind of try to clean this as well. We will try to have like full names instead of just these short forms. Okay. We have regions as well. We have sales channel as well. Channel is nothing but whenever a company works or operates, they have their channels of sales. Like for example, if I'm talking about Amazon, it's entirely online. Okay. They do offline as well. Again, if I talk about, let's say, Vishal Mega Mart or D Mart, like their sales channel will be primarily offline. If I'm talking about these sales channel of Amazon, they do operate offline and online both. Again, they can have ship dates as well. If I talk about KPIs, we have cost, we have revenues, and we have units sold. Okay. So if I go here, yeah. So this was about what kind of data set do we have. Now, based on this, we have already identified that these are the KPIs that user want to analyze. And now I'm just writing the different use case which business will give us. Okay. You receive a BRD. BRD is nothing but business requirement document by the company. Based on that BRD, you create your dashboard. So these, let's say, for example, is just a BRD which you are receiving. Okay. Let's say other use cases are company wants to see the channel analysis. So maybe channel revenue analysis. Okay, first I will write all the business use cases and then I will tell you how do we create dashboard on top of it. So maybe first I can write these statements here. And other questions could be, let's say they want to see number of orders per year. Then other could be they want to know number of orders by priority. Then other question by business could be they want to see the shipments by priority. Okay. If you keep on seeing here, they are not telling you where to create pie chart, where to create bar chart, those kind of things, right? They are not even telling you which chart to place first. Just some plain English statement they will be giving you. Okay. And let's say they want to analyze average revenue across years. Let me fix a typo here. And let's say they want to know items sold, or maybe let's say, let me rephrase this, items wise revenue. For example, other could be profit margins, other could be shipments, other could be number of units sold. Okay, so this is how a typical BRD looks like. They will just contain some business level questions. Based on this question, you will need to create dashboard, the wireframe first and then the dashboard. Okay, so let me quickly see the chat. Yes, so everything will be shared with everyone. You can refer to this GitHub repository. The links will are shared here. I will upload the same diagram, the BID diagram and the wireframe in the same repository. So you just copy and paste and bookmark the uh, links which we have shared. Everything will be available there. Okay. Even the recording will be provided to you. Okay, so the first part is, let's say we are done. So this is the BRD which we have created. And again, in the real life, you don't create it, you receive it from the client. But since here we are going end to end, so we created BRD on top of it. Now let's say we'll come to step 2. Okay, step 2 is creating a wireframe. Now, what chart to use, what the layout, the color, the aesthetic of dashboard should be, we decide from this simple BRD diagram. Okay, let me start creating some rough sketches here. Okay, perfect. Again, let's say you are creating also one caveat: when you work in real life, it's never a one simple page of dashboard. It's always some multiple pages. When we see some sample dashboard which people upload on LinkedIn, it's always one page, right? But that's not how the case it works in real life. You always have, let's say, 4 dashboard pages, 5 dashboard pages. Each page answer different kind of problem statements for you. Okay, so it's never that simple which you see on the internet. What is a wireframe? Wireframe, Kumar, is, let's say I have to create a dashboard on the top of, based on this, let's say, business problems. I created a dashboard of Tableau. Okay, I am not creating any wireframe. I created a dashboard. I went to client, and client is telling me, boss, what have you made? We didn't wanted it, or there is some miscommunication, or we didn't like this chart. Instead of pie chart, can you keep bar chart, right? These kind of questions can come up. Now, if you are getting these questions after you have made your dashboard, it's a big oopsie, because creating dashboard takes time. So instead of directly jumping to the dashboard creation and then spending time a lot, what you do is you go, maybe you take pen and paper and start creating rough diagrams. Rough diagram could be, let's say, first chart should have these bar charts. Okay, let's say second chart could have, let's say, this pie chart. Okay, so you're not creating a dashboard directly. You will just create some samples. For example, let's say here you will create some line charts. And based on this wireframe, you will go to client and tell them, this is your entire big picture which you have in mind. This is the dashboard which I'm thinking of creating in Tableau. Does this look good to you or not? Now, creating this took me, let's say, 2 minutes. Okay. And if a client didn't want this bar chart, he can simply suggest me that, okay, I don't want this bar chart, and then I can simply delete this. Okay, but if I would have gone to Tableau and started creating dashboard, and after the creation I would have gone to client, it would have wasted a lot of time. That's why always it's a, again, that's how we work in real life as well. Before creating any dashboard, you have to create wireframes. Okay, so I hope this concept of wireframe is clear. Wireframe could be created in any software. It could be created on pen and paper as well. It could be created on Figma as well. Figma is a very famous tool. It could be created on this 𝗝cie𝗶𝗶 as well. So so the link which I have dropped in the chat, you can see the curriculum of the bootcamp which we are coming with. Every dashboard is starting with wireframe. Okay, that wireframe depends on which tool we are using, but yeah, wireframing is a crucial step when you work in real life. Okay, so wireframe and mockup is the same. Yes, 𝗝cie𝗶𝗶, these are just terminologies. When you work in software development field, they call them mockups, but in this kind of domain, data domain, they call it wireframing. Both of them are the same things. Okay. Questions are always provided by the business stakeholders, because business is the person, like stakeholder is the person who want to use the dashboard, right? You cannot come up with the questions and create the dashboard. Dashboard are not just some fancy charts on screen. Dashboards are used by business to take decisions. Your dashboard drives multi-million dollar decisions as well. Okay, so again, I will come to this when we meet in the bootcamp, because we have a very unique insight. I will tell you some stories as well, that how some very simple dashboards real life companies have used and created some multi-million like some products and everything. Okay, so dashboard are not just some fancy charts on screen. They are used by business to answer some questions which they have in mind. Based on those answers, they change the strategies. Strategy could be sales strategy or a marketing strategy, and then they drive the insights, and then they increase their business. Okay, so if I'm creating a dashboard to increase the business, I will always get questions by them, right? I can't simply come up on my own questions and start creating dashboards. Okay, so yeah, uh, this is it. Now I will start creating, let's say, the wireframe. So again, for example, always when you create dashboard, the top section should be the header section. Header section should contain either the filters or the logo of the company, and the, let's say, the text or the heading of your like dashboard. What is the dashboard going to do? Okay. For example, here I'm creating a Amazon sales dashboard. It should somehow signify the branding and the logo and the aesthetics of the company. Okay. One very neat and clean trick which we use in real life is, let's say I am supposed to create a dashboard for Amazon, right? I want to keep the branding as it is, as they have in the website. So one thing which I can quickly do is I can, let's say for now sake of simplicity, I can take the screenshot of their header and paste it in here. Okay. So we'll try it again. We don't need to create entirely the similar kind of header, but that's how we work. If they have used, let's say, some black color on top and then some grayish color on the bottom, we will try to keep the same colors and aesthetics in our dashboard as well. Okay. Now let's say you want to again start plotting the questions which they have answered, like which they have asked you here. The first thing should be always be the summary numbers. Whenever you're creating any dashboard, no matter which domain you're targeting, first topic should be your KPIs. KPIs means is profit, revenue, units sold, and shipping days. Okay. So let's say I have to create some quick dashboard here. So let's say profit will be here. I'll take a copy here. Let's say this is revenue. This is my shipping days. Okay, so we don't have any guidelines in mind. Okay, I'm creating it in front of you. Okay, we'll just brainstorm. There is no right and wrong answer. We will brainstorm and then we will decide which chart fits where. Okay, and then here could be units sold. Okay, so this will tell them the big picture, the summary. These numbers are called the summary numbers because they tell them how much entire organization have performed, right? Sales, revenue, shipment, and units. Now let's say we will come to the business cases and then we will decide, okay, how will I analyze them or create a dashboard on them? Let's say I talk about the first question here. They want to analyze profits by regions. Okay. Region could be multiple regions. What I will do is I'll go to Tableau. I will connect to my dataset just to know and do the EDA. EDA is exploratory data analysis. We have to understand what kind of data we are dealing with. Okay. Then only we will be able to create the entire dashboard. So I will connect to my data. It's a simple process. Go to text file, go click the file which you have saved, the CSV file, and click on open. Okay. Everything looks fine. Simply go to sheet 1 and now you have the entire data available. Okay. The first question is they want to analyze the profits by region. Now I just want to see what is present in the region column. So drop it here and I can see they have a couple of values. They have, let's say, if you see in the bottom of the screen, they have written how many regions are present. So we have 9 regions present. Okay. For each of these 9 regions, they want to analyze the profits. Okay. Now, if I go to the screen again, if you see here, there is no column as profit. They have revenue, they have sales, they have units sold, they don't have a profit. So if we don't have any KPI, we have to create the KPI. Okay. It's a simple maths. Profit is sales minus cost. Okay. So what I will do is I will create a profit KPI. It should be sales. It is total sales. Sales is called revenue in here. I can do minus total cost. Okay. So if I have this KPI, they just want to analyze each profit for each of these regions. Now, next question is that Sahil, which chart should we use for this case? Okay. So here we will be using bar chart. The reason why we will use bar chart is there are not a lot of values. When the values are always, I will say under 10, here we have just 9 rows, right? It's better to use bar chart because bar chart is used to compare one thing with the other thing. Okay. If I create a bar chart, for example, if I create this bar chart, I can simply see which region performed best, which region performed worst. Okay. What I need to do is I can simply sort this entire chart. And now see here, I don't need to analyze any data. I just see that, okay, India performed worst and sub-Saharan Africa performed best. Okay. If you worked in Excel, you would have presented this also, but here I can't analyze it. I can just see it and tell which region performed best, which region performed worst, right? That's why these visualization tools exist, because if I have any of this visualization, it's a piece of cake to analyze the entire data set and the insights. Okay. So for the first question, which is analyze the profits by region, we will be using the bar charts. Okay. So maybe here we can have some bar charts. We can have for each region, what is the profit. Okay, so I will write profit wise regions. This would be our first chart. Now, the second question which they want to answer is they want to analyze profit by countries as well. Okay, if I show you the countries here, see here, they have a lot of countries. Okay, it's not preferred to use bar chart when the values are a lot. The reason being, if I just show you the profit here, see here, I have to scroll a lot. Here, if I have to find which region perform best, which region perform worst, I can't see it just by one single site because there is a scrolling present. Okay. So its first point is when there are a lot of values present, it's a golden principle. You don't use bar charts. Okay. So I won't use it. The other point is it's also a thumb rule. If you have countries data present, it's a preferred or visual appeal of using maps works the best because if you see the again you can open any map, right? So open the map here. If I can visualize this kind of visual in my dashboard, it will look much appealing. Okay, I can use other charts as well. I can use bar chart as well. But again, there is no right and wrong answer in data visualization and data analysis. But it depends how quickly the user can find the insights from your dashboard. If I have this kind of map in my, what I would say the dashboard, it will be visually appealing as well. Plus, user will be able to find the insights quickly as well. Okay, so maybe for the countries, instead of using simple bar chart, if I use some map chart or world chart, it will be much better for me. Okay, so let's say this I can analyze countries here. Okay, so let me go to my Tableau. So in case someone is still wondering how did I get the profits? So if let's say let's say I'm a shopkeeper, okay? I bought one cold drink for 20 rupees. I sold it for 40 rupees. What is my profit? Profit is 40 minus 20 because I bought it at 20, right? That's what I did here as well. There was revenue, there was cost. I created a new column called profit. Profit is sales minus cost. Okay. So if I show you again here, click on here, click on edit, it's revenue, which is nothing but sales. I just subtracted cost from it. Okay. Again, this is a new KPI which I created. How do we create KPIs? Simply click on this drop down here. You will get a new option called create calculated field. Calculated fields mean you want to create something new. So I clicked here, I wrote revenue, it gave me suggestion. I clicked here, I wrote minus, I wrote cost, I got the answer here. Okay. I have already created it, so I won't duplicate it. Okay. Again, this use case of like when to create profit, when to create cost entirely depends on domain. Okay. If I have to show you how many depend, okay, I'll give you a brief walkthrough of the entire curriculum as well. It has some use cases. Okay. It have a lot of use cases, by the way. So what I can do is I can show you this. I'll try to give you a glimpse like how do we decide these KPIs. Okay. Say this. So this is kind of a bootcamp which we are coming with. It starts on 24th, by the way. Okay, maybe I'll pitch it right now. So this bootcamp is going to be comprehensive, end-to-end detailed bootcamp. So you will get all the project which you need of different domains, real life analysis dashboards, which you can add to your resumes and the portfolios. And if I have to show you the curriculum, we are again going to start with introduction and the overview of Tableau. Like it's not just one product which exists in Tableau. There are different domains, different products as well. There's Tableau Reader, Tableau Public, Tableau Desktop, Tableau Server, and we have something called Tableau Bridge as well. So different domains exist, different tools exist. We will have some walkthrough of that. After that, we will start creating the projects for each and every domain. Okay. So if you see here, first is sales dashboard, then other is e-commerce dashboard. Now, the reason for keeping different domain for different project is because the KPIs differ. You need to have some domain level knowledge when you're creating some projects. Okay. For example, there is a domain called supply chain. In supply chain, different domains work there. The warehousing, logistics, supply, demand, control charts, those kind of things will come into the picture. There is a domain called hospitality as well, where we will see how many, let's say I'm creating a dashboard for Airbnb. Then my KPIs would be how many rooms are booked right now, how many customers are coming, how many customers are going, okay, how much rooms occupancy rate is there. profit, how much profit margin is there. These will be kind of a domain level KPIs for my, let's say, the hospitality dashboard. If I'm creating some, let's say, Zomato food delivery platform, the KPIs could be what is the average waiting time for my customer, what is the rating which my customer is giving to me, how much profit or the discount coupons the user is using. These kind of KPIs will be present for the, let's say, any food delivery application. Also, good KPI is what is the waiting time for a customer, because we don't want our food to deliver after 2 hours, right? So depending on the domain, these KPIs, how do we deal with the insights, how do we create dashboards changes. Okay, so in this bootcamp, I'm going to cover all these things. Along with this, we are going to be preparing you guys for the certification as well. So in case you do not know, there is a certification of Tableau called Tableau Desktop Specialist or Tableau Certified Desktop Analyst. Okay, so both these domains help you to, again, get a leverage from the other folks. If you have this, again, these are provided by Tableau only, not just any third-party company or Udemy or Coursera certifications. These are official certifications. To crack this certification, you need to be aware of some skills. You need to be aware of how the exam pattern is, how do we deal with that. And I will be talking or taking you through the end-to-end process, so that when you're done with the bootcamp, it's not just the projects which you will be having the certification as well. Okay. Let me keep seeing this as well. Yes. So my colleague has dropped the link in the chat as well. So it has the entire links. It has the content URL or the GitHub link as well. Feel free to bookmark it and save it somewhere, because when we are done with today's class, you will need that link, because you will be adding this entire project into your resume. And it has the course curriculum and all the other enrollment links as well. Okay. In case any one of you has any question, feel free to join our Discord communities, or there is a WhatsApp, there is a number available in the chat. So you can feel free to talk to the colleague as well. He will be helping you. Okay. So yeah, this was basically I want to tell you, because each domain requires different understanding of knowledge, requires different KPIs. Okay. I'll come to this more detail when we'll be working in the bootcamp as well. Okay. Now coming back to the problem statement for today, uh, we have analyzed, let's say, the KPIs we have analyzed. For example, let's say these first two business cases also we have analyzed. Okay, like we are giving the user this profit wise regions. We are also giving them the ability to see the profits by countries as well. Okay, now we still have other business cases to answer as of now. To do that, if you see, I told you in the starting, it's never just a one page dashboard. Okay, you have to create multiple dashboards, multiple pages in the dashboards. There is a thing called visual clutter. So there's a principle called like KISS, keep it short and simple. Okay, don't try to just bombard your dashboard with just visuals. These are going to be used by non-technical people, because generally CFOs, the sales management people, or the category manager, those will be using it. It's never a good practice that you try to fit all the charts, all the questions in one page only. You have to create multiple pages of the dashboards, okay, to analyze different questions. So let's say because again, if you see this screen also, we will be almost filled with the entire dashboard or the entire visuals, right? So maybe I will use a different screen now. I will create a different page for my dashboard. So header I can keep similar. So maybe I will copy this. Some companies also prefer to have a footer. If you want, you can have a footer as well. If you don't want, you can ignore it. Okay. It entirely depends on for which company you're working upon. Okay. So let's say I will start trying to answer the other business problems here. So let's say the third problem was they wanted to see sales revenue analysis, or sorry, the channel revenue analysis. Okay. Now, if I show you the channels, so see this sheet here, there is a thing called sales channel. Let me see what are the values present, because whenever you decide which chart to create, right, you have to first see the data. How many values are present in the data? Which chart should be useful? You will be able to analyze from there only. Okay. So again, there are also some multiple frameworks present on the internet as well. Like you go from this point and you see that data, and then you decide based on which comparison do you want to do. You will get to know that exact chart as well. Again, I won't go into very detail today, but this will be covered in the bootcamp in more detail. But in case you want to see it right now, so maybe just write chart chooser framework. So see here, there exists a number of templates which will help you to identify that based on what are the data you want to analyze or the question you are answering, you will be able to find the insight. Okay. So these kind of templates, chart choose are present, and we use them in real life as well. Okay. These help us to understand which chart to create to answer what question. Okay. So this chart chooses is also a good thing which you should be considering. Now we'll come back. I was trying to answer this sales channel analysis. If I see, I just have three values. One is null also. It's because data is not clean. I will tell you how do we clean this as well. But if you say this, we have just online and offline and some null values. Okay. I can create, uh, what do I say, the bar chart for this as well. There is another principle that don't just repeat yourself again and again. If you can represent your data in a much cleaner way in some other visual, that's also good practice. Okay. Now, if I show you how many charts are present in Tableau, you simply need to click show me. Okay. Here, if you see, if you click on this show me, you will get to know all the charts which you can create in Tableau. Okay. Now, if I show you these kind of, you can simply hover on these charts and it will start telling you what kind of charts you can make. Maybe what I will do is I will drop the revenue. Yes. Now see, I can either have a text table. Text tables are usually not very visual, cool and appealing thing. I can have highlight tables, it's just colored value, not very cool. I can have bar charts, but bar charts are never preferred if you have just 2 to 3 values. Okay. Because again, what's there to compare? If just three values are there, why are you even creating a bar chart? Generally, if thumb rule is if the values are, let's say, 3 to 4 values or less values, 1, 2, 3, 4, one obviously would be the KPI only. But if the data points are 2, 3, 4, or 5, and if you want to compare them with each other, you always use either the donut chart or the pie charts. Okay, these are some predefined rules which you have to keep in mind when you're working with the data visualization in real life. If I show you this, see here, we just had two values to analyze. If I simply create some pie chart on the screen, it will be visually appealing as well, and user will be able to find the insight very quickly, because here if you see the orange is greater, that means offline sales is more. Okay. So maybe to answer the question of analysis of channels, I can create pie charts. Okay. I will write it here and I will write here sales channel analysis. Okay. Let me drop it here. Now I will see what other questions we were supposed to analyze. We have to analyze number of orders per year as well. Okay, cool. Now to answer this question, let me go to Tableau and see what kind of information I want to analyze. I have to analyze number of orders. Okay. But if I see here, do I have number of orders present? I have profit, I have cost, I have revenue, I have units sold. I don't have number of orders. That means I need to create that KPI. How do we create that? Simply click here, click on create new calculation and write here total orders. Okay. This is the name of my field. Now, if I come here I want total orders. Okay. How will I get total orders? If you see here, we have order IDs. If I simply count the number of order IDs, that's nothing but my orders, right? Because each order has one ID. So if let's say four orders have been done, I just do the count of those four. That's my order. Okay. So if I just write count of my order ID, this will give me total number of orders. Okay. If I click on OK, if I show you this KPI, and if you see here, this will tell me again, by default, when you drop any KPI on your rows or columns, it will always be a bar chart. Okay. By default, again, you can drop any KPI. That's how Tableau works. You can drop anything on either the rows or the columns. Tableau by default create a bar chart for you. Okay. But here, our business question is, let me drop it here. I want to analyze number of orders per year. Okay. So if I have to show you visually what the question is asking me, I want to analyze two variables. One variable will be years. Let's say years could be 2021, 2022, 2023, something of this kind. Okay. This is one variable I want to analyze. Other variable is number of orders. Okay. This is what I want to analyze. How I can do it? One way could be you create a bar chart, and for each year, you create a bar. The 2021 has this much number of orders, 2022 has this much orders, 2023 has, let's say, very less orders. This could be one approach, but again, I'm dropping another rule of thumb. Whenever you want to analyze something over time, this is time. You always use line charts. Okay, because line charts are built for that purpose. You can never be just creating bar charts out of anything. Okay, rule of thumb is, if you want to analyze time anywhere in your entire career, go to line charts. Okay, so instead of this bar chart, I should have drawn something like this. Okay, so this will give me my analysis of number of orders for each year. The reason I use line chart is because whenever I want to analyze time, I always use line charts. Okay, that's the thumb rule, because again, I'll go into more detail maybe if the time permits today, or maybe in the later on classes. Okay, so this is also answered. This is also answered. This is answered. This is answered. Now I will answer these two statements. One is number of orders by priority and the total shipments by priority. Okay, cool. So I want two things. I want priority and I want number of orders. Okay, so to know, should I create pie chart, should I create bar chart, what I can do is I can simply look at the data which is present in priority. If the values are, let's say, more than, for example, let's say 2 or less than 5, 6, 7, I can create bar chart. If the values are just 2, 1 or 2, I can create a pie chart, and then I will decide. Okay, line chart so I won't create because there is no time involved here. So I will see the priority, what is present in priority. So I will pick priority, drag it anywhere on the rows of the column because I just want to see the values present. Okay. So we have C, H, L, M, we have null as well. Okay. We have 5 values present. So bar chart would be a good candidate because again, I can see everything in one screen. I don't have to scroll. I can't use pie chart. Again, won't be a good practice. Pie chart is just like either 2, 3 or 4 values. And pie chart is also used when you want to compare one thing out of the whole. What do I mean by that? If the question was analyze out of everything, what is the percentage of orders which were tagged as critical? C. That's the point of me using pie charts. Pie chart is used when you want to compare a part among the whole. Okay, that's the rule. So I won't be using that because that's not the problem statement. So maybe the bar chart would be a good statement for me. So I can use some bar charts. In the bottom, I can have priorities. In the top, I can have the number of orders. And for the shipments, I will see how many values are present in shipment. Shipments, let's say. Okay, let me see. Ship date is there. Let's say I wanted to analyze ship date, or maybe the shipment year. Okay, maybe I will take shipment year here. And let's say, what is the question? What do we want to analyze? We want to analyze shipment by priority. Okay, I will go back. I will write, give me a sec. The problem statement is saying number of shipments, right? Okay. Got it. There is nothing but I'll just do the sum of this. So for the sake of simplicity right now, let's say I can consider any KPI. So let's say I had this information, maybe bar chart. Okay. So this is kind of information which I want to create. Okay. I want years and I want shipments. Shipment is nothing but I can say count the each order. So this number of orders. So if I see total orders, okay, I'll replace profit by this. So for each order, how the shipment was done, in which year was the shipment larger, in which year was the shipment smaller. Okay. In here, you want to analyze time. And I always told you, whenever you want to analyze time, use the line charts. Okay. If I create a line chart for this, it will be much easier to analyze. Okay. So maybe for this, to analyze shipment for each year. So I will create something like this. Shipments per year. Okay. So I will go here. I will mark this as well and this as well. Okay. Now they want to analyze revenues across years. Maybe I won't fit it in this screen. I will create another screen for that. So maybe I will create this. This will go right here, and average revenue across years. Okay, no worries. I will just simply create one line chart because it's year analysis. So line chart would be used. This would be my years. This would be my revenue. Okay. If I go here, what else do they want? Average revenue across years, right? So I'm showing the revenue as well. Maybe I will write average here. So average. Okay. And I will show them the revenue as well. And maybe this dashboard might look very, I would say, uh, not very, I would say, occupied in the space. So maybe I would add some text here. I will add some analysis here. Okay. Text analysis. That's how you fill the space in real life. This spaces in real life, this dashboard is called real estate. Never keep, if let's say this entire right side was looking very, I would say, very empty. So never keep the empty spaces, try to fill them with something. Okay. So that's why I did this text analysis. Maybe I add some analysis based on this chart. Okay. In the last, they want to analyze item wise revenue, profit margins, shipments, and number of units sold. Okay. So no worries. I will create one more screen. I will go here. I will copy this and I will be creating some bar charts. Okay, so I will copy this, paste it here. They want 4. So I will mark 4 here. And each bar chart, so one would be item as revenue, profit margin, number of units sold, right? So one would be revenue, one would be profit margin, one would be units sold, one would be, we can use any KPI for now. Let's say one would be cost. Okay. And they want items. So in x-axis, I will be having different items. Okay. So this is how in real life, based on just the BRD, which is business requirement document, you create the wireframes. This wireframe which you will be creating should always answer all the questions which user has asked you. If you see this, we covered everything. So all these KPIs they can see from here, all these answers they can see from each and every screen. Okay. So now what the ideal process in companies looks like is you go to customer, the stakeholder, you show them the screens. They will look at it, they will ask you or maybe question you something else, or they maybe tell you that, okay, this chart is not good, maybe use some other chart. Based on whatever preference they have, they will suggest you some changes. If you have some changes to do, you will do it right in front of this wireframe. Once this wireframe is logged or freezed, no changes will be accepted. You will be taking this wireframe and converting it into a dashboard. Okay. That's how the process works. It's never just go to Tableau, open Tableau and start creating a dashboard. Okay. Okay. So yeah, what I will do is I will go to Tableau now and I will start creating the visuals. Okay. Maybe I'll delete everything else for now. Also, this entire creation of charts on the basis of business problem statements is not as simple. Okay. Maybe we'll go in very more detail because we have separate sessions planned for that in the bootcamp. So that is the main step, right? Anyone can come to Tableau, anyone can drop some things on the chart screen and create dashboards, right? But it's not the how things work. You have to analyze the data, right? The chart should be on the basis of your analysis. So that's how the thing will differentiate some very rookie or even like this, for example, this line chart, right? Even a 12th class student can do nothing fancy is about. But how will you decide which chart to create in which cases? How do you deal with those kind of scenarios? How do you convert the business problem or the use cases to the wireframes and to the dashboard? That is the main cream in the entire process. Okay. So I will delete this. Now we'll start creating the dashboards. Okay. For the dashboards, what I can do is first I will start creating the charts because dashboard is nothing but collection of charts. So first let's target this dashboard, this screen. So I need 4 boxes, one for the profit, revenue, shipment days, shipping days, and units sold. Okay. What I will do is first I need profit. So I will drop it on the text. This is my total profit. Maybe what I will do is I will add some text in here. So maybe I will say total profit. I will make it bold. Maybe I will increase the size a lot. I will increase the size. And if I see on screen, maybe I will keep it like this, make it entire view, align it in the center of the screen. Yeah, this looks better. I will be showing that total profit on the screen. I should add some millions on the end and some dollar sign on the starting because it's very tough to read. Okay. So I will format this number. How do we format things? Click here, click to format. You will get the number formatting. Okay. I want to add dollar sign in the front and maybe decimal places in the ending. To do that, just simply click on these numbers. Click on these numbers. You will get like what kind of formatting do you want to apply to the KPIs? I want to apply currency because profit is currency. I will click on currency standard, uh, currency custom maybe because if I click on standard, I cannot change this rupee symbol. Okay. Always use custom because in custom you have a lot more control over the charts. So here, for example, I want to have dollar sign. I will add dollar sign. Maybe I want to use millions. I will click here. I will show my data in millions. Okay. This is much better to read. It increases the, like, it also increases the readability of your dashboard. Okay. Maybe you just need one decimal place. So maybe decrease it by one. Okay. So this could be your profit sheet. I will make it profit. I need some 4 other boxes. Maybe I will duplicate this one only. Create a duplicate one. Okay. What else do we need, by the way? We need revenue also. I will rename this sheet to revenue. I will see where revenue is present here. I will drag it, place it on top of profit so that I'm replacing my profit. Here my revenue is present. I will do the same formatting with this. Click on format, click on number, click on currency custom. I will decrease the decimal by 1. I will make it millions and I will drag the dollar sign. Okay. And maybe I will need to change the text as well. It's not profit, it's a revenue. So I will make it revenue. This looks decent. What else do I need? I need shipment days. I will click here. Maybe I will close this. I will create a duplicate sheet and I will drop shipment days. Uh, okay, nice point. If you see you don't have a shipment days KPI, how will you create a shipment date? Shipment, like how much days did it took for the shipment? Okay. Now, when we come across these statements in real life, when we are working with the company, for the KPIs, which are very easy to understand, which we can create on our own. For example, if I see, right, shipment, what is the formula for shipment days? If let's say my product is shipped on this, let's say 5 days after today, and it was ordered today, the number of shipment days will be ship date minus order days, right? So it's just one subtraction. If the formulas are very simple, you can conclude it. You always create formulas on your own. If you are creating some fancy formula, or if you're not aware how to get this KPI, you go back to the customer, you go back to the client and verify it from them that you have asked for this requirement, but we are not sure how do we satisfy this requirement. Please help us in that. Okay, that's how things work in real life as well. But here, the use case is very simple. I want shipment days, just subtract the ship date with the like order date. Okay, create a new field, ship days, ship days, maybe write shipment day, wait, ship date minus order date. Okay, I will click here, go here, and here I want to show ship days. I will drop it on my text, and this is my shipment days. I will take the average because again, you know, when you're presenting a KPI is also one good practice that should you take sum of it or should you take average of it? Okay, for some things you cannot take sum because again, if let's say one product took 5 days, one product took 3 days, it's never that entire product or entire order differences across you will show to the user. It's the average here, that okay, average how many days are my, let's say, electronics items taking to like go to the customer. Okay, so here for example I will just take the average. If you want to know more about it, I am going to cover in more detail in bootcamp also, but by the way, if you want to know more about it today, there is a thing called additive metrics and non-additive metrics. This ship days is a non-additive metric. That's why I'm taking average. Again, I won't go double tap on this, but there's a concept or principle called additive versus non-additive metrics. That's why I didn't take sum here. Okay. So I will change the KPI name from top. Shipment, shipment days. Or maybe I will write average as well so that user is aware that am I taking average or not. So this should be good. It's not a currency. I won't add dollar sign or anything. So this should be shipment days. What else do I need? I need number of units sold as well. Okay, got it. I will go to Tableau. I will create a duplicate of this sheet. Now I need number of units sold. Okay. Uh, I already have created number of total orders. Total order is nothing but units sold, because if I have to know how many orders I have placed, there is a thing called order ID present. I will just do the sum of it or count of it. I will get the total number of units sold. Okay. So I will take the order ID, place it here. Maybe I will make the sum because as of now, it's not looking good. So I will click here, click on measure, click on sum. And now I have the total units sold. Okay, it's too much. I should show it in, okay, wait. It should not be sum, it should be count, because if I show you the data, see here, order IDs are these order IDs. Like, okay, if let's say you had just these 4 rows in your data and someone asks you that, Sahil, what is the total number of orders? You will not do sum of this plus sum of this plus sum of this plus sum of this. That's incorrect. You will just tell them that 4 is the number of orders because it just has 4 rows. So instead of doing sum, you will do the count here. Okay. So that's why, how did I found out, by the way, that I am doing mistake? Because if you see the data here, it was coming in the previous case. It's too big of a number. I can simply see it and tell it's not a correct number, right? That's why I found that, okay, sum is written here. Order ID should never be sum. I will do it a count. Okay. So I will make it units. Give me a sec. I will write it like this. Units sold. I will make it okay. You are taking number of orders. We need number of units. Let me check the KPI again. Yes. Who has suggested this? Aman, right? Aman, thanks for the info. So, guys, we have to take units sold, not the. I'll go back here. Not the orders, the total number of orders. So for the units sold, they have already provided us one KPI. Okay. If you say this, we have total cost, we have total orders, we have revenue and units sold as well. So instead of counting the order IDs, it will give you number of total orders, not the units sold. Okay. So for the unit order, just simply replace the KPI for this. And for this, you can take the sum, because if you see the data here, see here, if I just tell you how many units were sold for these 3 orders, you can take some, you can just count the number of distinct units, right? It's always, okay, first I sold this many units, then I sold this many units, then I sold this many. So it's always the sum of these units. So that's why it should be sum. Maybe I will format this KPI. So I will go to number. Maybe I will show it in thousands or maybe in millions. Let me see. Yeah, it's 9.09 million. It looks good. Maybe I will keep it one decimal. It's not a currency, so I won't add anything else. Okay. Maybe I will make it units sold. I have the 4 KPIs. Perfect. What else do I need in the first screen? I need profit wise region. Okay. I will create that sheet here. So I will create a new sheet, which should be called as profit wise regions. I need profit and I need region. I will search for the region, drop it here. I will search for the profit, drop it here. And maybe I will sort it. Okay. I can do some formatting because this is not looking good. So maybe I will format this so that it's starting from the left side of the screen. So I will format it. I will do the alignment to the left. Now it's looking much better. Maybe I will increase the sizing of my chart. Yes, this looks better. Let me close it. Yes, I will keep on doing the formatting of this. I will show you some more tricks and tips on how do we like improve the dashboards. But for the sake of simplicity, we will just drag the charts on the screen. Okay, this is it. The second chart which we need is profit by country. So we need a map. Okay, got it. So I will go to Tableau. I will create here profit wise countries. This should be regions, R capital. Okay. Now I need a countries map. How do we create map in Tableau? Whenever you have to create a map, you need two things. Okay. One is latitude, one is longitude. Okay. Because each country has a location and location is tagged as latitude and longitude. If I tell you any location, you will be able to find the latitude and longitude of that, and then you will be able to put it on the chart. By default, Tableau provides you automatic latitude and longitude columns. Okay. So even if you in the future, if you just get one column of country, you will automatically get the latitude and longitude. Even if you see the data, I just gave the data of country to the Tableau. I never provided the latitude and longitude. Okay. But Tableau was smart enough that just by seeing that, okay, some country column is present, it automatically created these two columns for me. Okay. So I can drag these things here. I can drag latitude. I can drag longitude. It's kind of going to give me some chart. If I show here, okay, this is my empty chart for now. Okay, I simply clicked on show me and I clicked on the charts here. Now, what I need to draw here on the charts, let me go here. Yes, I need profits, right? Profit wise countries. So I will draw profit on maybe colors, and I will drop profit on the, okay, first I will do one thing. I will drag countries. Yes. Maybe I will zoom out a bit. Yes. So this is kind of a like a map chart, which is showing me that, okay, if the color of my any country or any country is like more darker, that means more sales has been done in that country. Okay. If you don't want these kind of colors, if you just want some circles on top of the chart, you can do that as well. Okay. Simply click here, go to circle. So now it's just a circles on the top of your screen. Depends on the use case. You can consider any styling if you want. Now, some tweaks which you can do is you can again click on the size, increase, because dots are too very small or very lesser in density. Maybe increase the size of these dots. These are looking better than your earlier version. I will decrease this. Okay, maybe I will decrease size by a small value. Yes, it looks much better. What I can do is I can drag the country names as well. So maybe I will drag the names, and maybe I will drag the values of my profit as well. Okay. So I will drag my profits. Yes. Now I will be getting the names and the values. If I have anyone who was on any country, they will be get to know what was the country name and what was the profit. Now profit is not coming with dollars and those million signs. So maybe I can format my numbers here. Maybe click on currency custom, click on millions, add the dollar sign. By the way, there is also a trick that if we don't want to add these dollars and these commas, decimals every time, instead of doing the formatting from here, you can do the default formatting from here also. Simply click here, click on default properties, and you can default the property so that you like if let's say there is a unit sold column, you can one time you can specify that always there should be dollar sign, there should be two decimal, and throughout your dashboard the same setting will be appearing. Okay, so these kind of shortcuts are also available in the Tableau. Okay, so for now, let's say these are the charts which I needed. I will delete this because this was waste. Now, let's say based on these charts, I will create my first screen of my dashboard. So maybe page 1. Okay, so what I should do is maybe I will drag something on my screen. Give me a sec. Okay, so what do I need? First, if you see my dashboard, first I need these headers, right? Then I will drop my all these KPIs and everything. So if I see the header of my dashboard, I copied it from here, right? On the top, there is some black kind of color. So I will drag same thing on my dashboard. Go here, maybe click on floating, drag a blank box, size it like this, change the color. Perfect. First, there should be this kind of box. After this, there will be some other color. Now, if you want to analyze the color, for example, if I want the same color in my dashboard and I don't know the color, there are multiple extensions available on the internet. I have installed one of them, right? So if I just hover on any piece of my website, it will tell me the color which was used there. I need this color, so it's 2F252F3E. Okay. What I can do is I can go here, maybe create a duplicate, place it like here, change the color, click on more colors, add the hex code. Hex code was, I'll see it again. It's 252F3E. Okay. 252F3E. Click here. Okay. So we have this as well. We need to place logo of Amazon as well. So maybe I will download Amazon logo. Download it from, maybe I will download the PNG format. So write PNG. This should be good. Give me a sec. Is it even PNG? Okay, anyway, I will download it and then we will see. Okay. Copy image or maybe download. Wait, where is the download button? Save image as Amazon. Save it. Go to your dashboard. Drag a image on your screen. I will drag an image. Add the image from here. Browse your image from here. It should be Amazon, right? Give me a sec. Oh no, it's not a PNG. That's how things happen. PNGs are nowadays very difficult to find. Companies just put the fake PNGs also on the screen. So I need to find some free. Maybe I should have it on the GitHub if I'm not wrong. Let me check it here. Okay, I can check it. Is it one? No, it's not. Give me just a second. I'll just find the Amazon logo and then I'll paste it on the dashboard. I'll place it here. Check this and check this as well. Okay. Perfect. I have it. Save image as Amazon new logo. Save. Go back. Change your image. Choose the image from here. It should be here. Open and place it on the screen. Place it on the screen. Decrease the size. Yes. Okay. So what else do I need? I will go back to my Amazon screen. Maybe I'll place it just for the sake of like getting the aesthetic side. I will place this image also on my dashboard. Okay. So go back to the dashboard, add another image, add the link here, go to choose. Let it come first. It should be, give me a sec. Yes, it is here. Give me a sec. Okay, it's stuck, so I'll need to give it some time. Yeah, this is the one, right? See it here. Okay, not very, I would say, HD quality, but yeah, we can bear with it. Increase the size. Is it here? Okay. Uh, maybe on the right, I can keep it. Okay, and here I can write some text message for the user. So drag it here. I can write something fancy. For example, if let's say any user is coming to my dashboard, I just want to say them a hello, and I want hello and the name of that person. Okay, I can do those kind of fancy things in Tableau as well. It's just a simple matter of clicking on this insert and getting the username. Okay, nothing fancy. If I just make it, let's say, color white, make it bold, let's say. If I show you here, see here, it's automatically detecting my username. Hello, Sahil Chaudhary. You can do these kind of fancy things. Again, instead of username, what I should do is insert the full name and maybe increase the font size, maybe decrease this. Yes. And maybe I will add some emoji as well. Hi. Okay, so we will add this also. Make it like this. Perfect. So we'll have Amazon logo, we'll greet the user, and then we will provide them some filters also here. Okay. What else we can do is in the second, this kind of banner, grayish banner, we will just tell the name of my dashboard, Amazon sales dashboard. Make the font maybe a bit bigger, maybe add boldness. This should be good. Okay, so I'll keep this and then I will start adding all my charts and everything in the bottom. Okay, so let me start adding my KPIs and my charts and everything. So I will click on dashboard. I will start adding profit. I will hide this title. I don't need this title. Click on this drop down, hide my title, maybe do the reformatting a bit. So this should be profit. This would be my revenue. Okay, what I can do is I can maybe change the background of these buttons. I will do that later. I will tell you how do we do that also. For the sake of simplicity, as of now, I will just keep on decreasing the size and dropping my KPIs on my screen. Okay. I can drag this as well. Make it like this. And I can drop this as well. Okay. Hide the titles. I'll make it here. Okay. Now, again, I need to add some kind of fanciness to this KPIs. What I can do is, if I show you here, I have one image present on my GitHub. So this image, I will apply this image on the background of every KPI. Okay, that's how we make things look good or aesthetic in the dashboards. Okay, maybe I will add back of KPI. I will save this image. I will go to my Tableau and I'll upload this image here. Sick. Yes, this is the image. I will upload it here. Okay. So what I will do is I will add this image in the background of each KPI. Okay. I will position like this and I need to make it appear to the background of my number KPI. So click here, click on floating order and move it to back. Okay. As of now, this white color is coming. What I need to do is I need to make the KPI transparent. How I can do that is simply I will need to format it. Go to formatting, click on the color of this button and just make that color of the sheet should be none. Okay. Now if you see, the numbers will be added behind this KPI box. Okay. I can copy this image because I will need it for each KPI. I will add it here also. I will make it move to back. I will remove the color of this sheet also. Maybe I will move it slightly to the left. Yes. I will add the same image again. I will move it to the back and I will make it transparent. Okay. Perfect. Okay. First, maybe I can add the image so that I get to know what kind of width do I need to occupy on my screen. I will add it here, move it to my back on the sheet. I will make it, give me a sec. Uh, wait. Yes, now it's coming. Make it this. Perfect. Now I will start playing with the positions. This should be somewhere here. This could be somewhere here. This could be somewhere here. And then I can have my numbers also. Okay. Maybe I will move it slightly on left. This also I will move it on left. Yeah. Uh, Give me a sec. This should also go here. This should also go here. Yes. Okay. So let's say we have the 4K on top of my screen. According to my wireframe, I need two more charts here. Okay. What I will do is I will go back. I will start adding my charts in here. This will go somewhere like here. Uh, like this, and countries will go somewhere around here. Give me a second. This should be like this. Give me 1 second. Maybe I will increase the size. I will increase the size. Okay. What I can do is maybe I will change the background of these colors because white isn't looking very good. So what I can do is I can click here, change the background color, maybe add some gray. Same thing for the sheets. Click on format, change the background color of the sheet, maybe make it slightly grayer. Yeah. And I will make this chart. Give me a second. The same thing. I will give me a sec. Make it zoom first. Perfect. I will change the color of this chart as well. Click on format, click on color, apply some other color to this chart also. Yes. I will do the same thing to the header as well. Format the title. It should be slightly darker. Yes. Okay. So what I can do is I can click here. Uh, Maybe I should play with colors because if you see the color palette which Amazon follows, if I show you here, is kind of this orangish and blackish, right? It's not this bluish. So I will maybe change the color of my charts. So I will go here, change the color to some orange shade, maybe slightly lesser orange. This is good. Go back here. Do the same thing for this. Edit colors. Pick some orange. Make it okay. These circles are not looking very aesthetic. Maybe I should make it like this only. So go back, go here. And now if maybe I should add some border as well. They should be like this. If I see here. Okay. So if I just do the undo, maybe I should make this more bolder. I should make this more bolder. Yes, and this color should be slightly less grayish. This should be good, right? Okay, it's not matching, so make it like this. Yeah. Profit by regions, profit by countries. This should be like this. Uh, make it entire view. This is fine. One more thing which I can do to make things look more aesthetic is maybe I will highlight the region with the highest sales because that's what users will like to know, right? So what I can do is I can create one calculation which will tell me if my sum of profit is the maximum in this window. In this window, if my sum is maximum, which means I need to write window function. So window function is just another function which helps you to find the maximum. So I will write window max of my sum of profit. Okay. So if my sum of profit is equal to maximum, I will close it here. That means this row will get a yes. I will make it then color, else no color. And okay, so I just wrote a calculation because I want to color my first row something else. So color max row. Uh, Wait. If sum is equal to this is this, let me check the error. Uh, what am I missing here? Okay, give me a second. Window max, sum of profit. Okay, give me a sec. Window max, sum of profit. Close it. Close this. Yes. Then color, else no color, and okay. Uh, Wait. Okay. I got the point. I'm not writing if here. That's why I'm getting this error. Now it should look good. Click here. Apply this to color. Okay. The reason I made this calculation is because I wanted to highlight the maximum row just to make things look more good. Okay. Nothing else. Maybe I'll change the color codes. I will change this to some gray color. So maybe 49525E. This I can keep for the gray. For the orange, I will F orange looks good. Or maybe I will change it. F2, F what is the orange shade? Give me a second.
Hello,
FEBD, right? So I will go back. I will do F2, F8 to B. Looks decent only. I'll go here. And if you see, this looks much better because I'm not just giving them random colors. They can simply see the which region is performing good as well. Okay. So let's say I keep it as it is. If I see my screen, I'm able to tell them all my KPIs insights. I'm able to tell them profit by regions. I'm able to tell them profit by countries as well. Okay. They can hover over anything. They can see the entire colors, the entire metrics as well. Okay. Maybe unpin it so that it's more zoomable. I will take a pause. I will see the chat and then I will proceed to the next screens. Is it necessary to put containers? It depends, Debashish. It's a good practice, by the way, that some companies prefer them. It's a mixture of both. Sometimes you keep things at like with floating elements. Sometimes you keep things in containers. Sometimes you keep a combination of both of them. Dims and continuous field, is it distinguished by green and blue? Yes, you are right. It's not dimensions and continuous. It's discrete and continuous. Okay, so it's not dim and measures. You're mixing two concepts. One is dimensions and measures. One is discrete and continuous. Discrete and continuous are detected by this green and blue. Okay, so what I will do is this could be my first screen. I will hide everything else. I will make it welcome page. And maybe I will add some button here to go to the other screens as well. So I should have some icon for my buttons as well. Let me check. Let me see. This is not it. Oh, a button is also there. Let me check this. Yes, I can use this button logo. Save image as. Next. When you work in real life, companies can also ask you to create these infos as well, these buttons and graphics as well. Sometimes graphic designers gives you these elements, but sometimes you will also need to create them. For that, you need that Photoshop kind of skills. Okay, so I need some button here. So I will drag my navigation from my left screen because navigation is used to do the navigate of my dashboards. Maybe I will decrease the size. I will edit it. I will add my image. Click here, choose an image. And this is my next button. Open it. I'll place it here. By default, it's very darkish gray because I haven't set up the navigation. Once I will create a page, I will then set up the navigation. Okay. So for the second page, first I will see what kind of information do I require, by the way. I need sales channel analysis. I can do it very quickly. I need sales. First I can make it pie. I need, give me a second. But for the sales channel analysis, right? And the question was channel revenue, right? Channel revenue analysis. So I will go back. I will take revenue, maybe drop it on size. And I need sales channels, drop it on the color. And this is how you create a pie chart. Make it entire screen, maybe drag it on the labels as well. and maybe drag the revenue as well on the screen. Maybe I will format it as well. Click on here, click on format your numbers. It's a revenue, it's a currency. Make it, give me a sec, dollars, make it millions. This should be good. Colors I can change. This I can, okay, colors I'll take care. First I'll create the charts and then I'll take care of the aesthetics also, okay? Otherwise it'd be too long. So sales channel analysis. Also one FYI, whenever you're creating this kind of pie charts, it's always good to show the percentage of total as well. Okay. For example, if I show you this, if you click on quick table calculation, there is a thing called percentage of total. Okay. As of now, I have formatted my numbers at dollars. That's why it's coming as 0 and 0. But whenever you're displaying donut chart or pie chart, it's a good practice that you show the percentage of total also. Okay. Just wanted to give you a caveat. Cool. Now you wanted number of orders for each year. So I will go back. I will create orders per year. Take my orders. So it should be total orders. I want year as well. So ship date, place it here. This is my data. Maybe I will make it full width. I will drop my labels as well. Otherwise, it's too difficult for the users to analyze what are the data points. So I will drop total orders on my labels as well. This looks much neater. Maybe because I have added my labels, I don't need the y-axis because it's a repetition. I'm showing the same thing here. I'm showing the same thing here. Maybe I will hide this axis. Maybe I will click here, disable my headers. Okay. So this could be my two charts. What else do I need? I need priority wise orders. I will go back. I will create a new chart, which is priority wise orders. Click here. Now, where is my priority column? Priority is there. Okay. This priority column is not much insightful for the users. Never show short forms to the users in your dashboards. Okay. It's also one FYI. Maybe I will create some aliases first. How do you create aliases of any field? Simply click on that field and you will find aliases here. Okay. So maybe C, I can call it critical. H, I can call it high. L, I can call it low priority. M could be medium and L could be null only. Now, if I drop this, this looks much better. I need, which KPI do I need, by the way? I need number of orders, right? So orders, total orders, I will drop it here. I can create the vertical one. Null, I will filter this null anyway. I'll show you in the end how do we filter these things. Maybe use this color. Maybe show the labels on top. Don't show the header. Make it full width. And this looks decent. I will go back and I need shipments per year. I'll go back here, create a new chart, or maybe I will create duplicate. Make it shipments per year. Okay. Shipments could be, let me see, ship date, shipment could be number of, if I'm thinking, if I'm ordering one thing, there will be one ship date for that. Okay. So count of order IDs could be your shipments. I don't have any field for that as of now, I think. Let me see. Okay, I can create it right now. Shipments, count of order IDs. Oops, give me a sec. Click here, click on count, click OK. Click it here. Maybe drop the years. Maybe drop the years on ship date here, right? Drop it here, make it here. It should be line chart. Make it line chart. You don't need colors, so maybe drop it outside from here. And now you have just years and the orders. Okay, so the number of shipments per year. So 2020, 10, 11, 12, 13, those kind of things. Okay, Colors, I will take care when I will go to the entire mappings. I will take the comments from the chat. Is it necessary to put container? Okay, no further questions, right? I'll keep it like this only. Okay, so we have 4 charts here. This should be it. 4 charts were done. So maybe we will create the dashboard. What I will do is, okay, this is a trick to save time when you work in real life. Instead of creating the entire dashboard from scratch again and again, you can create a duplicate of your dashboard as well. Okay. So maybe this I can write it like homepage. Okay, let's say this is the name of my homepage. Okay, what I can do is I can create a duplicate of this dashboard. Simply right click and click on duplicate. See here, now I got that second dashboard. I can simply remove these charts and start placing my new charts here. Okay, so that I don't have to play with the setting again and again all the time. I will quickly remove these. I will remove these. I will remove this as well. And now I have a blank slate. Okay, now I can start placing my charts. If I see the wireframe, first should be sales analysis, then orders per year. Okay, I will go here. I will add sales order analysis here. Uh, Maybe I will remove my legends from here. Maybe I will place it somewhere else. Then I will need orders per year. This should go till here, for example. I will make them look smaller. And maybe I will change the background color of these charts because white on top of white doesn't look very good. So maybe I will change my formatting, change the color, make it slightly gray. Do the same thing for the title as well. Do the shading of gray. I will do the same thing for this. Do it gray. Make the charts as gray as well. Okay. Go here. Go here. Maybe increase the size of your pie charts by a little. Now, if I go back to the dashboard, okay, I'll need to remove it. Decrease it by slight amount. So if I say this now, yes, now it's looking decent. I will go here. Maybe increase the sizings. I will play with the colors as well, but for the sake of now, I will just simply drop charts on the screen and then I will tell you how do we improve the aesthetics of your dashboards also. Okay. I will drop other two as well. Drop it here. Make it grayish. This as well. Format this. Oops, give me a second. Format. Do the shading to the gray. And then drop the final chart. Shipments per year. Make it appear here. Format it to the gray. Give me a sec. What did I do? Go it like here. Format it like here. Format the title as well. And maybe I will start making my, give me a sec. I will start making my titles to be more bolder. So this could be one change. Make it bold. Make it bold. Do the same thing for this chart as well. And if I see, I'm answering all their questions. This is not my home page. This is maybe for my executives. So this is executives page. I will make it like this. And I will change the navigation that when I click on this button, I should go to that page. So I will add my navigation here, click here, add it button, navigate to my welcome page 2. Okay. So this is my button. I will go here, maybe change the name of my dashboard as well, executive page, maybe hide other sheets. So hide all the sheets used in this dashboard. I will play with the colors also, but for the sake of simplicity, I will first add all the elements. Okay. Now here should be some previous button also. I should have my previous button on my dashboard, somewhere here. I will check it here. Picture 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, my bad. I had written the word back button, right? So I can simply save this image, write it back, save, go to Tableau, change the image, go to edit button. Uh, I will change my image. It should be back like this. It should navigate to my welcome page because that will be the back page of this page. So welcome page should be the back button. Correct. Now if I move it here, how my order of execution will look like is, first I will show this page to my users. If they click on next button, then they will be shown the executives page. And then based on the next, we'll keep on adding the charts. Okay. What I can do is I can play with the colors also. So I can go here, change the color, make it like this, change the color, make it like this, change the color of this as well, and this as well. Maybe red should be made of gray color, which was 49525E. Okay, so this was the combination of the dashboard color which we decided. I will go back and this we will keep, increase the sizings. Maybe you can add the borders as well if you want. Again, depends on the aesthetics. Okay, you can keep any aesthetic which you want. Maybe I will make it of third last gray. Keep the border of third last gray. Here also keep the same border. And do it here also. Okay, here we haven't added the labels, so maybe add the labels also. Total orders should be on the labels. Okay, give me a sec. Something is not right because we are showing the same thing 2 times. This is orders per year, total orders, and this is total orders, which is wrong. It should be, where is it? Is it shipment? Give me a sec. Yes, it should be this. And same thing should be dropped in that labels also. Wait, let me check. Ag is ship date and shipment. Shipment is count of my orders, and this chart is total orders. Total orders is okay. Total orders could be sum of order IDs. No, wait. It should be count also. But what should I show? Because so see, the use case which we are solving here is the shipments and orders are similar. Okay, so we might need to change one KPI because both of the charts will kind of represent the same information here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so maybe for this KPI, I'll change something else. Maybe I will, instead of shipments, I can show something cost. Maybe I'll just change the KPI. And I'll need to change it here also. Maybe change the format. Number should be currency custom, should be millions, and here should be dollars. Okay, this looks better. So I can hide, or maybe I'll keep the header, but I'll hide the axis. Okay, so in this screen, user can come. If I go back, yes. So here user will see just the total KPIs, the profit, revenue, shipment days, units sold. He will be able to find out of entire region which is performing best, and he can drill down on the countries as well. As of now, it's not interactive. If I am clicking on any bar, nothing is getting changed. Okay, but if you want, you can add interactivity as well. Simply, there is a button called use as filter. If I click on this button, the interactivity will be added. So interactivity is nothing but if I click on any bar, the filter of this entire region will be applied on the dashboard. Okay, just to show you, I clicked on this button. Now see, if I clicked on Europe, the numbers are reflecting for the Europe. If I click on, let's say, Asia, all the numbers will be reflecting for the Asia. Okay, that's how you add interactivity to the dashboards, and it is preferred that you should enable this button for as much charts as there are on the screen. Okay, so that if, let's say, user want to drill down New Zealand or Australia, maybe you will simply click here, everything will be filtered for that region or for that country. Okay, so these are called action filters. We will go into these more detail in the later on classes also, but these are used and very much preferred because it gives user the ability to do the analysis as per their kind. Okay, they can simply click anywhere on the chart and then the filter will be applied. Okay, maybe I will start adding the borders here. Maybe increase it a bit. Okay, so they will see the overall big picture of the dashboard from here. They want to go to the executives view, they can click here. They will find the shipment details, the order details. This should not be shipment per year. Title should be changed to cost per year because we changed it. Total, give me a second. Cost per year analysis. And these should also be enabled with the filters, because if user want to click on any bar, let's say, or any value, everything else should be filtered for that specific point or data point. So I will make it like this, make it like this, make it here, make it zoom. Now, if I click on, let's say they want to just see the offline sales, they can click on offline and the entire dashboard will be reflecting the online sales, offline sales. They can do the same thing for the online as well. Okay. This is the perk of adding like this kind of action filters, that user can simply click on any filter and then they will be able to use that along the dashboards. Okay. So these are the two pages. Next, again, I will be adding the next button. Before that, I will need to see which screen are we trying to create. Give me a second. So we want to see average revenue and we want to see the years, and maybe we want to add some text analysis on the side as well. Okay, so revenue per year, I will go here. I will create my chart. Go to revenue. Go to shipment date. Add the year here. Maybe make it full width. This looks fine. Maybe add the labels as well. Otherwise, it's almost of no use because they can't even see the data points. Add the revenue. Okay, format it. Currency custom, maybe make it millions. Yes. So, what did they wanted, by the way? I'll just confirm, double check. We wanted average revenue per years, right? So this chart is done. Uh, if we want to make this chart more insightful, maybe we should add average shipping days as well, because if I can see the relation between shipment days and revenue, for example, if I am taking more days in shipment, is my revenue decreasing or not? That should happen, right? If, let's say, I order from Amazon, the reason I order from Amazon is because I get my order delivered within a day or two. Flipkart or let's say Snapdeal will take 5 to 6 days to ship, right? So maybe if I can show that as well, it could be a good insight for the users. So maybe I will add shipment. Wait, do I have any ship days here, right? So maybe I will add this as well so that user can find is there any correlation between them or not. And I will try to show you how do we find insights. Okay, I will try to tell you this insight which we can find from this chart. First, I will work on formatting because it is aesthetics which matters. Change the, maybe remove these like grid lines which are coming in the backend. Click on format, click on grid lines. Uh, okay, not here, from here. Make it none. This should be none. This is fine. Column should also be nuns. This looks decent. Maybe I will hide this as well. Yes, now it's entire black. Looks good. I don't need access. I will hide these. Looks decent. I don't need ship date. I can add it in the title also. Wait. Okay, so there is one mistake in this chart, because if I just show my user this chart, right, he won't be able to see which one is revenue and which one is shipment and ship days. Okay, so maybe add that headers so that user is aware that what is the detail which he is seeing. Okay, otherwise it's of no use. So what I can do is I can simply, first I will name it executive summary. I create a duplicate of this dashboard, call it this was screen 3, and maybe revenue analysis we can call. Okay, so revenue analysis. I will remove the charts, remove this, remove this, remove this. I will add this here, make it bigger. Dashboard height we should have kept smaller. It's too much lengthier in height, but yeah, we have already made it, so we won't do it. But ideally, we don't have a lot of content to consume this much height. Okay, so we should have kept the height smaller. That should have worked or looked better also. Okay, so I will make the navigation correct. Previous, give me a sec. The previous button of this page, array yaar, just a second. Edit button. Previous button should go to executive page. This is okay. And the next button of this executive page should go to my revenue analysis. So I will format this, should go to my revenue analysis. Okay. Revenue navigation will be working fine. I will change the name of my dashboard. It should be revenue analysis. I should change the color. Apply it on the sheet. Go here. Change it here. Make it title should be sales revenue and shipment days analysis. Make it bold. Make it like this. Format this as well. Shading should be grayish. Okay. Maybe add some borders. Click here. Add the border. Uh, Here we can keep this space to write some insights. Maybe I will add some text box here. Insights. Make it bold. Make it like this. We can keep it scroll till the bottom. Or maybe I will do one thing. Give me a second. I will drag the blank here. This should go till here. Okay, and I'll keep the color as orange, because orange is the color we are following for this Amazon kind of color. So maybe what was the color? Give me a second. I will go back to the website. See the color from here. Color is FF8802. Okay. I will go back. FF8802. Go here. It's too darker, but yeah, I'll maybe change the opacity. Okay, this looks decent. Add the border. And here I will start adding some insights. Okay, so add the insights here. Insights. Okay, it might be good access for you guys as well. Can anyone tell me what insight can they find from this dashboard, from these two charts? If I am the business owner, what I would analyze from these two charts? Any insight you can find? Anyone in the chat? Can you send us a TWB? Yes, obviously I will be sending that. Do we have donor charts in Tableau? Chetan, we don't have it, but we can create it. There's a hack for that also. Okay, so any insight from this chart? Anyone? Min and max. Okay, got it. Ship days have been reduced for the upcoming years. Okay, so total sales, profit, and average ship days. Okay, mean revenue. Okay, so I'll tell you there's a difference between information and insight. Okay, this is the mistake which someone, if he's coming to the new to the industry, that he's do. there is a difference between data and information and data and insight. Okay. Information is mean of my, let's say, shipment days, mean of my revenue. Insight is what uh, maybe I'm mispronouncing the name, but it's 𝗝cie𝗶𝗶, right? That, see the insight which she has told. Ship days have been reduced for the upcoming years. That is insight. Insights are different. The thing which you guys, most of the guys are telling, that total of sales, average of sales, these are just information. Insights means if I can tell my client one information that he can use to take decision, that's an insight. Okay, if I just tell him that, okay, the average sales is 200, but what's the action he can take from this? Okay, so mean, mode, median, maximum are statistical, just information. These are not insights. Okay, if I have to find some insights from this dashboard, if for example I see these charts, okay, give me a second. So wait. See, one very good insight could be, see here, the ship days are increasing. Okay, first of all, this should not be millions. So there's a formatting mistake here. The ship days should not be in million. So format it. Remove the number custom. Wait, did I apply it here? Format, yes. So it should be automatic and it should be average. Ship days can't be sum. I will change it to average. Okay. Wait. This should also be average. I will make it average. Wait. We are doing it wrong because in revenue we have dropped revenue, and in ship days also we have dropped total revenue. Not good. I will drop ship days here. Now it looks decent. I will go here. And now if I have to find show the insight, right? See here, from 2010 to 2011, my shipping days have increased. Okay. And see the revenue. Revenue is dropping. Okay. Maybe I will make it in dollars. So this should go in dollars. Currency custom. Make it millions. Add dollars. Okay. Perfect. Maybe I will do one more thing. Give me 1 second. Edit access. Load 0. Yes, this looks fine. Okay, I did one change in case you guys didn't noticed. If you see this chart, okay, this is the chart which I was showing, but it's slightly skewed because again, every value is starting from like way larger from 0. And the reason Tableau shows this kind of chart is Tableau always starts your chart from 0. In this chart, we know that shipping days can't be 0, right? No one can deliver me. Again, Blinkit are doing it, but if I write for the Amazon, they are not doing it. For the sake of simplicity, I will simply remove the 0. Like, don't fix my axis to the 0. So I will decrease the 0, and now the chart looks much neater. Okay. So the insight which I was telling you is, see here, my shipment days increase, my revenue dropped. No one wants their product to arrive after 5 days or 6 days. Okay. This should continue because if I show you some more analysis, give me a sec. What else could I find here? Same thing, right? See here, whenever my shipment days are increasing, my revenue is dropping a lot. If I just go to Amazon and see how much days it will take my order to arrive, it's my shipment days, it's showing me 5 days. I won't even order it, right? So that's obvious decrease in revenue. So these are the kind of correlations which you have to find and call them insights. Okay. You can't just simply give the user like maximum of my sales, minimum of my sales, or average of my sales. Okay. Those are not insights. This could be insight which I can tell my client, and then he can decide that, okay, maybe whenever I'm increasing my shipment days, my revenue is decreasing. So I need to decrease my like shipment days. How will I decrease it? Maybe I need to optimize my operations. I need to optimize my backend, right? These are the insights. Okay. So all these insights you can add it here. Maybe I will add it in here. So one insight could be number of maybe revenue drops if the shipment takes more time. Okay, you have to keep the wording at very non-technical because these insights are consumed by the non-technical people. Okay, don't just add median of something, average or something. Just keep them simple insights. Other insights could be okay. Other insight could be from 2016 to 17. Okay, shipment days dropped a lot. Okay, see here from 24 to almost zero. Again, it's a data problem, by the way. It's not an insight, but for the chart, you can say that whatever strategy they have used to decrease the shipment days, it's working. Okay, so the shipment is decreasing. So these are the kind of insights you can find. Other insight could be, let me try to find something else. Okay, one insight could be from 2012 to 2013, the shipment days were increasing, still the revenue kept on increasing. Okay, so we might need to find the analysis why it's happening. Okay, these are the points which you have to write in analysis whenever you are seeing someone's dashboard. Okay, maybe I will increase it like this. Maybe I will decrease the size. Okay, so whenever even you go to interviews, right, and if you are telling them that okay, I made one dashboard for some sales company, right, they will obviously ask you what was the insight you find. These are the insights that okay, I help them decrease the ship, I help them identify the reduction in shipment days and hence help them to increase their revenue. Okay, this is how you sell your dashboards. It's never that I help them create line charts. If I have to sell this dashboard, I will just tell them I help my stakeholder to find the reason for decrease in revenue. The reason for decrease in revenue was increasing shipment days. Then my stakeholder or the business person went to find out why the business shipment days were increasing, and then we were able to optimize the operations and everything. Okay, this is how things work in real life. Is there AI integration? Yes, there is, but it doesn't work very good. Do we have word cloud in Tableau? Yes, there is, Debashish. It's not inbuilt, but we can create it. Okay, so if you see this, if I create it like this, so I will make it, let's say I want to make word cloud based on profits. Wait, uh, like this. No, wait, give me a sec. If I make it on profit and I make it text, yes, see here, it's a word cloud, right? So you can create almost anything. Okay, it's not that it just if default chart is not available, you won't be able to create anything. If you have some chart in mind, you can obviously create hacks to create it. Okay, hacks always works in here. Cool. So this was the third page. I will go back and we will try to create the another page, which was they wanted to see revenue, profit, unit sold, and cost for items. Okay. So this is item analysis dashboard. What I will do is I will hide all the sheets. I will start creating my item analysis. So item here first could be revenue. Maybe I will tilt it. There is a principle when you will use this kind of horizontal bar chart and when you will use the vertical bar chart. Okay. The rule of thumb is if these text words are too lengthier, means it's if they are like taking 2-3 lines to cover here, then it's always preferred to show them like this because then they will come in one line only. But if there are small one words of like let's say 5-6 characters, always show them the vertical wise. Okay, and always show your bar charts in a sorted way so that user can quickly find who was performing good and who was performing bad. Okay, some untold visualization principles which you have to follow in the projects. Now maybe I will take revenue, drop it on the labels, format, numbers, currency, custom, add dollars, add millions, hide this because this is redundant because you are anyway showing the data points. Make it like this. Maybe if you want to highlight the maximum row, we have created one max row formula. So I will do this. Colors I can play with. Uh, color I forgot even though, but let me try to. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll keep entire color as grayish and the maximum color should be orange. Okay, so orange should go to gray. Maybe I will make it 495255E. This we can keep and this we can keep it as orange. Okay, just follow the brand identity of Amazon. I will hide my grid lines. I will go here, go to rows, hide my grid lines. This item type we do not need. I will hide this. And even here, if you see, some of the line items are coming in two lines. Okay. So maybe I should make it horizontal only. Hide its vertical grid lines also. And maybe make it full width. And maybe make it start from left format. So I will align it to the left. Looks decent. I will duplicate this. Okay. I will make it duplicate. This should go as cost format should be currency custom, make it millions, make it dollars. Okay, make it duplicate. This is for revenue. Give me a sec. Revenue split. This is for cost split. This is give me a sec. This I need to align my profits maybe. Profit, format, currency custom, make it as millions, add dollars in here. Looks decent. This should be prof messic profit split and maybe duplicate and maybe I will add order split. Okay, orders, add the orders here, sorted by longest. This looks decent. Hide the axis. Hide the axis. Sort it from top to bottom. Hide the axis and hide the axis. Perfect. Now I will quickly create a duplicate. I will remove this. I will remove this. We are about to complete the dash. I will remove this. Next button we don't need because this is the last page. Previous button we will need to navigate to. Oops, my bad. Previous button should navigate to my revenue analysis dashboard. So navigate edit button. It should navigate to revenue analysis. Okay. And this next button should go to revenue analysis 2. Edit button. Should analysis 2. Click OK. Maybe change the name. Item analysis. Maybe make it like formatted item analysis. Okay. Drop everything in here. Hide the labels. I will drop cost as well. Maybe I'll need to add background colors in these sheets as well because we are adding it everywhere. So I'll keep it consistent. Add it here. Format title. Add it here. Add it here. I will add other sheets also. Hide this. Add it here. Add this as well. Like this. It should be orders split. Then I will format the sheet, make the color gray, make it like this, make it like this, do the same thing here, hide the colors, hide, give me a second, do the formatting, add the same color, do the same color in here. Okay, maybe start increasing the widths, do it like this. They should go slightly on left, make it slightly on bottom. Looks decent. Okay, I will make it bolder. I will make it bolder. We'll do the same thing for this and this. Enable the filters and add it like to the max width. And maybe just for the final touching, add the borders. 3. Uh, this and this. Okay. Okay, it's not added. Uh, do it like this. Perfect. So I'll quickly check the navigations. We are okay. First, maybe I'll do the refactoring. I will hide everything else. I will go to the welcome page. User will come here, find the average overall insights. Go to next page. They will find the executive page for the sales analysis, orders per year, priority wise orders, cost per analysis. They will go to the next page. They will find a revenue analysis. They will find the correlation between revenue and shipment days. We will keep on adding the insights here. They will go to the next page and here they will find the item analysis. Okay. From every page, they can go back, they can go next, they can click any link and it will filter everything else. Looks decent. Go back. This is line chart. It will highlight this as well. Looks decent. Go back. Apply the filter. It's filtering everything. Go back. Apply the filter. And it's filtering everything. Perfect. Go to next page. One thing which you should do is we found some nulls as well, right? So you should always exclude those nulls kind of things. So here, for example, item type has nulls. Okay. Maybe apply the filter that it should not contain null. I will apply the filter and this filter should be applied to all the sheets and all the dashboards. Okay. So apply to worksheets, all the sheets. Now, if I see here, nulls will not come. Okay. That's not how you work in real life, by the way. You always report it back to the client that why it's happening and how we should handle it. Nothing should be done based on your assumptions. Okay. Nothing works on assumptions in the real life. You have to tell to the client and then come back and find the resolution for that. Okay, so maybe just to make things look more decent, what we can do is I can show you one quick thing. Go here, bring the filter of item type, make it a drop down. I will make it a multiple values drop down. I will decrease the width. I will make the background as white. I will hide my title. This should go away. And what I can do is just to make things fancy. Give me a sec here. I will drop it here. Okay, so this is not just some dummy search bar which you have placed on top. Users can click here and find the filters. Okay, maybe I will add some more buttons of apply and everything. Now, if you see, this is also dynamic. They can, if they want to search anything, they can click here, and if they want to filter something, let's say they just want the beverages, they can apply the filters also. Okay, so these kind of filters we can add everywhere. Maybe I will add it here also. Okay, the process will be similar. I think we should keep it for just for this page because this is the most granular page. So looks decent only. What I should do is, okay, I'll keep it like this only. No worries. Okay, so what else we should do? Give me 1 second. One thing which we can do is, again, avoid repetitions. In the title, you are saying item analysis, and every time in every chart, you are showing this item type, item type. Doesn't look good. Hide this. The option is just click on last option, which is hide field label. So hide this also, and hide this also. Okay, looks decent. Maybe white will suit better. Let me check. Yeah, maybe what I should do is I should drop the opacity of this. Give me a sec. No, yeah. Maybe if I do this and make it black, it will look decent. This format we can follow, right? So all the insight we can write in here, and this looks good. This looks decent as well. Okay. So next, okay, let me check it again. Next, it's working. Next, previous. Okay. If you will be adding this project into your resumes, what you can do is in the bottom, you can add one footer where you will add your LinkedIn profile and everything. Okay. I can give it to you handy only. Maybe reduce the size of the dashboard. Add this in the bottom. Reduce the width. Maybe increase the width of the chart. Uh, increase the footer. So this could be your footer. Here you can add your all the follow me here, follow me there, right? So dashboard created by Sahil. Follow me on LinkedIn. And you can, again, any kind of text you can write in here. Okay. Make it like this. Add it as a footer. Okay. You can add your all those fancy logos of Twitter, icons of Twitter, and those kind of things as well here. Okay. So these footers you can add. Then all the insights you can just users can find it from here. Okay. One thing which you should do is if you go here, let me check the filter, edit filter. Okay, I don't want to see the nulls. I will apply it here. Okay. So this is how you go from, let me go back to my statement here. This is you go from one simple data set without any KPIs by just seeing the business question. You convert it to wireframe first, and then you go on creating the dashboard on top of it. Okay. Let me check the chat also. Yes, every page should have insights, or we can add the insight in one page. So just it depends. It depends on the use case when you are creating the dashboard. It depends on the audience as well. If your audience is leadership, means the CSO, CXO, I mean CEO, CFO, CXO, they won't be having a lot of time to see the entire charts and then find the insight. If the leadership team is consuming your dashboard, then you should just add the insights on each and every page. So maybe in the bottom here, I'm writing my dashboard name. So just write insight only. So if you're creating it for the operation people, sales people, marketing people, they are technical, they can spend some time to find their own analysis also. Okay, so it entirely depends on the users. Okay, so this was one of a dashboard which we can create a sales analysis dashboard. Again, the possibilities of each and every other domain are limitless. There are n number of tricks, techniques, rules, frameworks which we have to follow. You might be seeing the links which we have dropped in the chat. So feel free to enroll for that bootcamp. There I will be taking you to the end-to-end all the use cases. So we have covered supply chain, marketing, finance, sales, maybe food delivery apps. So all those kind of dashboard which we will be creating, I will be giving you the links so that you can add all those things into your own resumes. Okay. Even this dashboard, I will be sharing the TABLEAU as well so that you can add this own resume. Just change the bottom name here and you can show it to the like add it to the resume and add the link of the dashboard as well. Okay, so I will save this dashboard. Maybe call it Amazon Sales Analysis Dashboard. Okay. So yeah, if we want to add yearly slash it is password, yes. So you can add any kind of filter. Okay. For example, if you want to add a year filter, what you can do is you can search for the ship date here, add it on the filters. You want years filter, so add the years here. Click OK. You want to show everything, click OK. Now go back to dashboard, pull your filter from here that I want to pull my year filter from this sheet. Pull it from here. This is your filter. Now apply it to all the sheets and show it as drop down. Okay. Now if I show you like here, maybe I will hide the title. I will make year filter is also prepared. So if I want to just see the data of 2010, I can do that. 12, I can do that. So everything you can apply. Okay. So, and it depends what kind of use cases you want to cover. So all the filters can be added here. It's not just that you can add only one or two. Okay. So I will maybe increase the width here. Perfect. Now I can see the buttons. Maybe I will increase the width for this as well. Okay, so yeah, this is how you create dashboards, the end-to-end dashboard, the industry level dashboard, which we use in real life. Okay, you never get requirement of git chart, you get requirement of find insights and solve my business problem. And this is how you solve the business problem, by just creating multi-page dashboards and finding the insights and helping the business to grow in scale. Okay, so yeah, I hope this was useful. This was something you learned something today. Again, feel free to recreate it. I will be sharing the GitHub link has already been provided. Feel free to use all the elements, images, datasets have been provided. Feel free to play with them and create a dashboards. Do tag us on the LinkedIn, tag me, tag Grow Data Skills. Let us know that you have created a dashboard. Maybe change the colors, maybe change some charts, maybe do some own iterations of your own, add it your own flavor, add it on the resumes, add it on the portfolio, tag us on LinkedIn so that we can even give you feedback and appraise you if the dashboard is good. Okay. So yeah, feel free to enroll for the bootcamp, which we will be launching. It will be 2 hours class every Saturday, every Sunday, and after the class, it will be 45 minutes of questions Q&A. Today, we were not able to take questions from the users because obviously it was one shot go. I had to cover a lot in today, but yeah, when we go in the bootcamp, it will be dedicated 45-minute session for Q&A session for each and every class. Okay, so yeah, I hope we are good for the today. I hope you learned something new. Yeah, keep learning, enroll for the bootcamp. If you are interested in the certification and the projects, keep enroll in the Discord community. It's free to join. Tag us on the LinkedIn. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for the time. It means a lot for us.
So that is what we had for you in this video. I'm pretty sure you have enjoyed this throughout, and now you know how to implement this kind of advanced project end to end using the TABLEAU. If yes, you found it informative, make sure to give a big like, and also if you're new to the channel, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon for such type of amazing tutorial videos. We will see you guys in the next video with another super amazing project. Meanwhile, don't forget to enroll yourself in the TABLEAU projects for the data analyst bootcamp live classes starting from 24th of August. Independent sales is going on. Use coupon code Azadi to enroll in any of the bootcamp with massive discount offer. All the details have been shared in the video description, or you can visit www.growdataskills.com. Meanwhile, keep upskilling and we will see you in the live classes.